Hello, we're back with more Quake Brutalist Jam 3. Today is Whisked in the Pan by Recycled OJ. This is a dense, tightly packed, winding, interconnected layout. It's got a really lovely flow to it, and you can change some power-ups. It's a really fun one to play fast. So when I first did this, I thought, oh, that was pretty good. I did that in like 9 minutes. I'm just going to move on now. But I kept finding myself coming back to it throughout the day, playing a little bit more, going a little bit faster, finding optimizations, and then I had to stop myself and go, no, you've got plenty more maps to go. Let's get a video out. So this is Whisked in the Pan. Enjoy. So, we start the map, we're outside in this area, and Rover decides to fling herself into the abyss, go around a corner, pick up a little secret down there. This outside area we do return to, as I think this map is very vertical and interconnected. So we'll be back there above later on. There's a lot of sections of this map which have lava and respawning biosuits, so there's a little bit of time pressure to move about. Not much, mind you, but there's enough there to keep you a little bit nervous and on your toes. I use a lot of melee and pistol at the start of this map. The first weapon that you get is a grenade launcher, which I suppose is encouraged, but I do miss quite a few power-ups because I'm going quickly here, so I decide in a lot of situations not to bother using the grenades, which is okay. These platforms do up and down again, so you gotta be quite quick. Go up here, and then you get your first secrets. In every secret, as well as worth noting, I don't look at them, but there are little portraits that are made by Recycled OJ. I think they're for his comic, so they're pretty cool to look at. Quite a nice little touch, but we're taking the most out of our pentagon protection. Those pistons there, sometimes they line up perfectly, so you can just do what you want to do with them. Sometimes they don't. There's only one thing I really want this pent for, and this is in the Invoker secret. Really funny little pin there where you've got a spawn and the Shalcon Swarmer. If you wait for the Swarmer to get right behind you when the spawn blows up, it will do damage to them and kill them, which is cute. And then you've got the ambush with the two Shamblers. What you need to do is you need to kill the Shambler on the outside first, then you get another crystal, and then you can kill the Shambler that's closest to you. But immediately after that, you see, we can chain ourselves into another power-up, and this is why this map is so fun to play quickly, which is the Berserk. And I don't do the best job with this one, honestly. I can do a little bit better. There's a few places where you can do a swing and get two enemies at once, where I don't. But playing it as fast as I can, trying to get the most out of it. There's a point I want to get to with it, and I do get to it. There's another secret here, interrupts the flow a little bit just to pick up a fragment. Best thing to do, though. Here it is. Punch these guys, fantastic. Sometimes the servitors can like hide inside the door, the little cubby hole to come out of and be out of range of melee, which is a bit disappointing, but that's okay. But then these towers are directly above the start of the map as well, just worth mentioning. So it just shows how it's all interconnected. Get ourselves another quad. We're chaining these power-ups, and you can see why this is so satisfying to play quickly. That amalgam sometimes will not be in the open. It was very disappointing that the Shambler decided to double tap you there with the lightning. On Nightmare difficulty they can do that, they can triple tap you. And that's probably the worst miss ever. I never usually miss that. Bad shot, but it doesn't matter because there's not much else to actually use our quad on. Even when you're going as fast as possible, you don't get to this bottom area in time, basically, to be able to like get any more use out of it. Fun little platforming section here. I really wish there was more of that. There's a lot of things in this map where it introduces a little idea, but you don't see too much of it. Oh, that's a bad miss. If I were still running that, that would be the sort of thing I try and optimise. And then we're back at the start again, you see. It's great. It really does just connect so nicely together. It gives you the multi-missile launcher there, and the intention is just to use it to kill all those guys, but I'd rather not. I would rather use it in this area here. With the vampirism, the only thing you need to avoid is getting killed by the blister. Other than that, the multi-missile launcher just absolutely demolishes everything. Mistake not to pick that nail pack up earlier. Another optimization that could be made. But we can get ourselves out of this area. Immediately into another pin. Sometimes there is a champion that's awake up here who's just in the outer area on this walkway, and they can be right up in your face, which is actually really good when it happens, because it means that there's more sort of grenade optimization that can be done. But it didn't happen this time. And 3 more fragments. There's a few fragment-related secrets, and I think I make the most out of them, to be honest with you. There's like a couple of situations where you want to use it, and you kind of pick and choose, you know, where do I want to get the best out of my Invoker? I think I choose the right sort of areas. This area here is quite satisfying. Unfortunately, those servitors are a pain in the ass. Sometimes you can kill both with one grenade, sometimes they dodge the grenade immediately. Yeah. And you've got to air control down to that secret there with the medkit, otherwise you've got to wait for the lift to come back up, jump across and do it again. I also use the Invoker on that Fiend purely because that Fiend loves to jump over the grenades, so it's a good situation. Long sight line, kill the Fiend. But another good place for the Invoker might be that little area there. Get a single shot on all of those knights. You never know. Maybe it'll be here. You walk backwards, you can kill the Fiend and the Plasma Knight. Just thoughts, you know, there's lots of different ways you could go about this. I do like this one though. I really enjoy this fight. It drops down a, what do they call, champion behind you, but if you run back you can get them all in one shot, which is incredibly satisfying. This outer courtyard as well is really nice. I really like the front of this building, this like that you go into for the end area. I don't look at it because I'm too busy playing aggressively, but it's nice. It's a really cool looking area. Another secret power-up, yes, a Berserker chain, fantastic. It really is the coolest thing, Berserk. I love it so much, and now it's got the little range increase as well. It just feels so insanely powerful. And I take good advantage of the range increase on the Berserk up ahead here, actually. I use it to punch it out top of the ladder. There we go. Rover has very long arms, like Stretch Armstrong. Do you remember Stretch Armstrong? This blister here, if you let them run forward and shoot them, it will kill a zombie. If you shoot them immediately and don't let them move and stun lock them, that zombie will fall down but not die, which sucks. So you want to let them take a few steps forward. Another quick run in the lava. There's an extra rad suit for the ones people who want to backtrack, but otherwise we're looking to get out of here basically. Though I will say the end of this map is a little anticlimactic. I kind of wish there was something a little bit more final for the very final end moments. Instead you just have this here, which is okay. And then the exit's open, and the exit is a wind tunnel, which is that when I first played that I couldn't find that wind tunnel to save my life. The other door opens up and it opens another connection with the rest of the map. But there you go, that's a Whisked in the Pan by Recycled OJ. Really, really fun, aggressive map. Really nice layout. It just flows so nicely. Even the integration of the secrets within the flow is just right on. I'm surprised it took me so long to go back to this one, because this is one of my favourites. It really is. Anyway, please play it. See if you can do better. I'm sure that 6:47 time there, 6:30, probably well within the realms of possibility for somebody who actually likes to do that sort of speedrunning malarkey. Have fun. Bye.